Hey, I can't believe we've been blogging for almost 2 years, so happy Blogoversary, guys!
Happy Blogoversary!
Yay!
Yay!
I don't know what I would have done without YouTube, and I truly believe that if we haven't found each other, I don't know if I would still be blogging, so yeah, it's been awesome. I prepared a bunch of questions for us so we can get started. We've been blogging for 2 years and we've got so many awesome blogging moments together. So what is your favorite one?
So, my favorite blogging moment isn't like a blogging moment, it's when I met you guys in person. So I think I met Aila first when I was in Florida in May of last year, and she very nicely came to pick me up from, it was like staying in St. Pete Beach. And we went to St. Pete and we went to the Darling Museum and we ate lots of good food, and it was just a really great time, and it was just amazing because I didn't think that I'd ever meet you. Yeah, that was really nice. And then I met Jean when she came to the Sydney Writers Festival last year. So that was like a week after I met Aila. It was just like the most mind-blowing and amazing thing. But yeah, so we hung out that day at Sydney Writers Festival, and then you had to leave the next day. But then you came back, I think in August, when I got food poisoning.
When I had a paddle, that was awesome.
Throwing up the entire day, and then I was like, oh, I better go home.
Oh, you poor thing. I felt so sorry for you. And then you came and visited me, and then I left you alone in the cinema because I was sick. I guess my favorite blogging moment, I loved it when I met you, Jenna, as well. Obviously, I haven't met Aila yet, but one day it's in our future. But I guess for me, it's chatting to you girls every day, and both of you guys are such an important part of my everyday life because, we can chat about anything and everything, and you guys are some of my best friends now, so I'm really glad to have you guys there.
Yeah, same. The Google Hangouts and chats are probably my favorite as well. I mean, it's just the feeling that when you can't escape from everything that's going on, there's always these two pillars, Jean and Jenna, that are there for you, and I just love that feeling that I can always have you guys at my back and supporting me, and vice versa.
What were your first impressions of your co-bloggers?
Okay, so when I first applied to be a co-blogger for Happy Indulgence, I was literally awed by Jean. I was like, oh my god, her website is so pretty. Oh my god, her posts are so good. And I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna be a co-blogger. But then I was like, you know what, I should try to go for it because she seems really nice. And then she emailed me back, and I was like, I was shaking. I was like, so yeah, that was my first impression of Jean. And then for Jenna, when I found out that she was also going to be a co-blogger, and I read her about, and she's like, yeah, I'm a student working for my PhD, and I'm like, oh. I'm working with geniuses over here. So yeah, I was pretty intimidating because I was the youngest, and I was like, they're gonna think that they're so much better than me. Case. And women are amazing. And I'm so happy to have been a part of this team.
Yeah, I had a very similar first impression of Jean because I'm in the Aussie blogging community as well, and Jean was such a big presence, and she was the moderator of the Aussie YA readers and bloggers group and everything. And so when she emailed me back about my application, I had the exact same reaction as Aila. I was just so excited and happy. Yeah, because we hadn't really talked before that that much. So yeah, my first impression was just awe as well. But yeah, my first impression of Aila was she was I thought you were so cool because I saw your video of, it was the Levi Dugo name a character after you video where you did the party thing. I was just oh my god, she's so cool.
Embarrassing. Oh my god, I get negative.
I remember commenting and being oh my god, you're so cool, and I think my only other interactions with you were on Twitter with Joey and talking about dim sum.
yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, I just thought you were so cool.
Yeah, I think when you emailed me, Isla, you were just like this massive ball of excitement, and then I watched your like rap video, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you are just so talented, and like you had your like marching band outfit on your Twitter at the time, and you were on the like debate team, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's totally talented, and yeah, I was like, I have to email her because she is awesome. And my first impression of Jenna as well, I think the first thing I said to you, Jenna, was, oh my gosh, we're like a similar age, and you know, we both work in Australia, and yeah, like I feel like we can really, really get along. And I'm like, oh my god.
The first thing I said to you was, oh my god, your name is an anagram of my name.
And then I'm like, yeah, that's totally right, and we were just meant to be. So, seeing as we are so close with co-blogging now, what have your co-bloggers enabled you to do? And I think I have an answer for this is, Jenna, you have taught me to read so many contemporary books, and now, like, looking at my books that I've read, like, most of them are contemporaries and also planning, like I don't know how, but apparently I'm so obsessed with sticker planning now. You'll see like in my Instagram stories, most of it is like stickers that I get for my planner. Isla, like you push so many awesome American reads that are coming out and you're super excited about them, and yeah, I basically pick a lot of them up.
Nice. Yeah, same with okay, you guys both are horribly awesome enablers at planners. Wait, hold on, there you go. At planning and bullet journaling and using stickers. I feel much more organized starting my bullet journal. It's been a really great help, and I honestly can't wait to use my planner when college comes. Yeah, and I actually have much more exposure to Aussie reads as well, because you know you guys are both very big in Aussie YA books, and so Dean and Jenna love to send me like Aussie YA reads, so like I'll like pick them up from them and I'll go like, oh well, they love this, so I'm gonna really like it too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
For me, it's probably like a similar thing. So usually I'm just like, oh, should I buy this? And you guys are like, yeah, do it, and also buy this and buy this and buy this. And then like with books as well, and I'm like, oh, I already have this in like the paperback edition. Do I really need the hardback? And you're like, yes, you do. You need all of these other hardbacks too.
Oh, sorry, I'm
Like the new Harry Potter editions, I'm just like, okay, I got the Ravenclaw hardback. That's enough. And Jean's like, I have all of the hardbacks.
Hey, that's what Happy Indulgence is about. Isla, what's changed since we started blogging together?
A big one for me is actually my blogging schedule. So, you know, going up to 2 blogs, I was like, oh yeah, no, I have like way more than enough posts to get up. But there was this one point where like I was like, I had a dearth of posts on both my blog and Happy Indulgence. And I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm posting too much. So I had to really get into a concise, like, okay, so I'm going to do one review or one post on Happy Indulgence every week. And then at least one week, which was so empty on my blog, but hey, it's fine. Commenting was also a big change for me. I got exposed to a lot more blogs that, you know, come and go between both of the sites. I think overall the biggest change, though, would be the camaraderie that we have and the daily chats that really, you know, play a big part on my life and how I look, my attitude, you know? Like when I'm down about something and they're like always positive, and I was like, so glad they're here. So
my one would be the same, would be having you 2 girls to chat to every day. And like also just on Happy Indulgence, I remember before when I was a solo blogger, there was so much I had to keep up with, especially you know, 4 posts a week and commenting, and like I was so super stressed, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this all, especially when it gets busy at work. So just having you girls around has really made a world of difference, I think.
It's a similar thing for me. Like before, when I was blogging by myself, it felt like a very like
lonely
solo thing. Like you have the community and people are very supportive of like my reviews and my posts and stuff, but like it felt like an activity that you do on your own, whereas now it's more of a, group thing, and like there is like a lot of camaraderie, which is really great. Yeah, I think that's probably the main thing for me.
Who is blogging goals in Happy Indulgence?
The blogging goals is definitely Aila. So she posts like, I think she has like posts scheduled up until like next year. Or post for this week. I go onto the calendar and it's just like a whole list of like stuff that she's already written and scheduled. I'm like, what? Like, how? Jean is like commenting goals because like I am terrible at like commenting, replying to comments and then commenting back. Like I'm always behind on that.
Blogging goals is definitely Aila because of your 50 pre-scheduled posts, and reading goals is Jenna because I cannot read 4 books a week.
We don't do that anymore.
Jean, I don't know how you comment on all these blogs and all the commenting sections so well, but honestly, I need that skill because I'm probably the worst commenter in Happy Indulgence and the blogging community. So we both need Jean's superpowers on that aspect. For Jenna though, the best thing I admire is how she'll read a book the day the review is supposed to be scheduled and then review it on time. And I'm like, God. And I think that's amazing.
So now onto book recommendations, which is my favorite. So Aila, what is your favorite diverse and own voices book this year? And because we can't pick one, you can pick 3.
So the first one I really want to give a shout out to is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas.
Yes.
And I know this is like a really popular one, but you know, it's kind of surprising how many people still haven't picked this up. Not only is it super relatable and down to earth and necessary, especially for today. I cried so much for reading it. Like, I would take a break just to wipe my tears away and go like, oh my goodness. The second one is Starfish by Dawn Alchemy Bowman. Basically, it's about a biracial, half Japanese, half white artist. And lots of exploration on familial dynamics and her finding herself. I really thought the book had really good introspection on what it's like growing up and being a non-conforming, the standard of America is, blonde hair, blue eyes, and stuff like that. And that's how her mother equates beauty as. But the main character, Kiko, slowly starts to discover herself and how one type of standard, it can be anything, So that, and then, there's a romance in it. But you know what? My favorite part of the romance was like, she was like, you know what? I need to find independence for myself and not with another guy because, I'm leaning on him too much. And I was like, yeah, trust in yourself. So I really enjoyed that aspect, and I also teared while reading that book. Okay, the last one. This is the first one that jumped out because it was the most recent. But I finished The Epic Crush of Jeannie Lo by S.C.E. and loved it. Loved it. I loved it so much. While I was reading, I was just like laughing, and it was funny, and it was relatable, and the Chinese folklore put into it was so good. I cried. Like, this is something that I've never seen in a young adult novel, and I've said this a lot of times, but it's something that I've always wanted growing up. So seeing that kind of story, representation, and just how much the author just gets me.
I've only read around 50 books this year, and I haven't really liked all of them, so my list is limited, but I think my favorite one that I've read is When Dimple Met Reishi. I loved that book so much. Like, it was just so relatable to me, and like kind of the experience that I've had with my family has been kind of similar, and I just really, really liked it. And we have a discussion review on Happy Indulgence, so you should all check it out. I loved that book. The other one that comes to mind is probably Always and Forever Lara Jean. Just because of like the adorable, like the cute factor, and the fact that it's the story that I wanted the second book to be, but like it wasn't. So I'm so glad that she came out with this third one that I really, really, really like. And a third one, We Should All Be Feminists. I saw the TED Talk a few years ago, but when I actually got the like transcript in my hands, it was just amazing. It was so good.
because we're all co-bloggers, all my favorite reads are stuff that you guys have already covered. The Hate You Give, which is an awesome Own Voices read about Black Lives Matter. There's always and forever Lara Jean, because all the feelings about finishing high school and the nostalgia, like, it just got me. Like, I don't know about you, but I've never missed high school, but this one made me miss high school, which is an achievement. And then there's when Dimple met Rishi, because I love the Indian culture, the coding, Dimple's demeanor, and how she was just so focused on her career and getting through her studies that she's like, nah, I don't have time for anyone else. But yeah, Rishi comes along and yeah, he was just so adorable. So I love those 3 books. So Jenna, what's your funny quirks about us?
I had a hard time like thinking about these, but I think for Aila, it's also like Snapchat related. So every time I send her something, she'll send me back like her reaction every single time, like of her face, and it's just like it makes me laugh every single time. Yeah,
I was gonna say I like doing facial expressions on Snapchat.
Yeah, I love so much. Then for Jean, I watch your like your Instagram like unboxings, and like every single time you do the Harper one, I like just cannot handle it. You're like, oh, it's another big box, probably with 1 book in it, and it just like makes every single time. There's also the fact that you like wake up super early every day, and when I have to wake up early at like 6 o'clock or something, she's like already awake, and I'm like, all right, well, okay, I have to wake up at like 5:45 this day. Maybe Jean's not awake yet, but you're always awake before I am.
It's always hilarious because with Jenna, I think 12 midnight is a late time to go to sleep, but then she's always like, oh my god, that's an early night for me. And then I go on I go on Hangouts, and whenever I wake up, Aila and Jenna have always been chatting overnight until like 4 a.m. And then of course I wake up at 5 a.m. going, what the hell? So I always have a lot to catch up on. So it's probably Jenna's late night sleeping habits, and with Aila as well, you just must not sleep. Like, I just don't know how. And my favourite quirk about Aila, it's only because our age group is very different, is she always teaches me all this American slang and like teenage slang. So then she'll be like, oh my god, guys, it's lit AF. And I'm like, what does lit AF mean? And then I'll Google it, and then I'll be like, oh my gosh, wow, I'm educated. And then she's like, oh guys, look, I was so extra today. I like caught the bus and then I walked as well. And then I'm like, what does extra mean? So thank you for keeping me youthful. Alright, so what are you guys currently reading?
You can tell that I'm in a slump when I'm reading more than 1 book at a time, because I'm definitely like a book monogamist. But I'm currently reading 3 books. So the first, hopefully I can finish this today because I've been reading this for a week and it's only like 300 pages. But I'm reading Stargazing Beginners by Jenny McLaughlin. It is an interesting experience so far. So I'm up to page 208. I've got a little bit left. Kind of like a contemporary that's, I guess, for like a younger audience. I don't know why it's taking me so long to read it because I should be flying through it. But yeah, it's about a girl who is really interested in space and wants to like work for NASA and everything. I'm also reading Strange to the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. And this is really sad, but I'm only up to page 56 and I've got like this much left. Yeah, it's so pretty and it's like got blue pages and it's a printed signature. And the foil, like, just, I really liked what I've read so far. Like, the writing is really beautiful, but I just need to find time to finish this. And then the last one that I'm reading, I've been reading this for like 4 weeks, Deviate, The Science of Seeing Differently by Bo Lotto. It's non-fiction, but it's about psychology and perception, and it's pretty much exactly what my PhD thesis is on, so I'm super keen to continue this. I'm on page 6.
I just finished The Sandcastle Empire by Kayla Olson, and before this video I did this whole rant about it. It became a 1-star review. Just like your typical YA dystopia with your typical dystopian tropes and twists. Oh my god, it was so boring, and there's so many holes. So many holes to the plot in the world. Oh my god. The next one I just got accepted for Idolist, which I'm really excited for, is Rebel Soul by Axie O. And it's another sci-fi, I guess it's still be a post-apocalyptic story set in Seoul, Korea. So, South Korea. So, I'm excited. Really excited.
At the moment, I'm reading Songs That Sound Like Blood by Jared Thomas, and this is an Own Voices book for NIDOC Week, and we're actually covering this on OzYA tonight on ABC Radio because NIDOC Week is to celebrate the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander culture in Australia. And yeah, this one sounds like it is an interesting read about family and about music and about finding out how they both collide. So I am only 6 pages in, but I hope to get through as much of this as possible for OzYA tonight. And I have just finished Wreck by Fleur Ferris just this morning, and I love Fleur Ferris because her thrillers are, you know, really intense, and I think she's the queen of Love OzYA thrillers, and Wreck actually took a bit of a different turn from her other 2 books because I felt like it was more crime-based. It's about a journalist who gets kidnapped, and she wants to start her journalist career, and she believes in finding the truth, and then she gets kidnapped by this suspicious guy who like tied in with a boating accident that she was investigating, and then she pretty much needs to figure out whether he's lying, whether he's telling the truth. And yeah, I thought it was a really thrilling, fast-paced read. Just to finish up, I thought it would be fun for us to do a quick fire round. So I'll just fire about 7 questions to you guys, and then you have to answer in 1 sentence. So, tea or coffee?
Tea.
Coffee.
Night or day?
Night.
Day. Hardback or paperback?
Hardback. Definitely hardback.
Ideally hardback, but sometimes ebooks are good too.
Ooh. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Mine is probably actually vanilla. Like, I don't love chocolate that much.
Oh my gosh. What is happening? Ice cream or cake?
Ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake.
That's
a good one.
cheating. Summer or winter?
I like fall.
I like spring.
Oh, come on guys, pick one.
I know we're horrible. I'd say winter.
I would say winter too.
Yeah, it's cold like my heart.
Alright, so I guess this video has gone on long enough, especially with our technical difficulties, and it was awesome, and thank you to anyone who watched us until the end. If you guys enjoyed this video, or if you want to see these 2 lovely faces again, please give us a thumbs up. And yes, thanks guys, and yay! Happy Blogoversary!
Woo-hoo.
Bye!